Welcome to Tube Talk. I'm Albert Bosma, the interviewer, and today I'll be interviewing Sophie
I was going
Bosma.
to say my own name.
I'll be interviewing
Sophie Bosma.
who has some exciting news.
I do. I have very exciting news right here. So, the exciting news. Drum roll, please, Albert.
Boom.
Sophie's Choice has won her trial.
Your first trial.
Her first trial. And Sophie's Choice was the horse that we saw it when Dad was like parading around quite a few, and I was like, I like that one. And then it's really cool because we ended up getting it, and then we were allowed to call it Sophie's Choice, and it was so exciting.
Can you talk us through the trial? Tell us what happened.
I can indeed. So, it was in Cambridge yesterday,
Yeah.
and she had a lead the whole way through,
Yeah.
and she won over 900 metres,
Yes.
and is now ready to go to the races, but we're not quite sure yet.
And it was the fastest time of the day too.
It was indeed, it was the fastest time of the day.
So it's all very exciting.
It is very exciting.
Thank you, Sophie, for that update.
Thank you, Albert, for
And-
interviewing me.
And now we'll magically change places and change interviewers.
Woo! And we're back.
The magic.
The movie magic. And let me tell you how much more comfortable I am behind the camera.
The magic of video. I thought you did very well.
Thank you, Dad. But no, we've got other important horses to talk about from last week.
Yes.
Starting with Scarlet Secret, who won brilliantly at Te Awamutu on Tuesday, fresh up.
Yes, she did. We were umming and ahhing whether to run her because she's a good track horse, and the track was a slow 8. And in the morning, but it was windy and dry, so we decided to run her. She's never gone any good on a wet track, and dried out enough. Brilliant ride by Michael McNabb. He took her back on the rail, just rode her quietly for luck. All the brakes came, and when she got out and it clear, she just went bang, and she won very impressively. So she looks in for an exciting campaign. Another Savabeel mare now. I think in the Savabeels they do get better with age. So she is being nominated for the Rising Stars series, with the final on Boxing Day at Ellerslie with $80,000.
Awesome. And we had a second place, and that was on Wednesday by Petite Midas at Riccarton on Premier Day, just beaten.
They ran 107.77, which was half a second faster than the Group 3 stewards that day. She was really good. We felt she'd run well. We set her for that race. We gave her one warm-up run, and then we set her for that race. The track was hard, which she loves. She kicked clear, looked like she was home, and only just got nabbed on the line. So a win for her isn't far away, and she's a fast sprinter on good tracks, and she'll be ideally suited by summer racing. So she'll have about a week off now, just a few days off to recover from her trip home, and then we'll set her for some summer racing.
Awesome. And we also had a third. We had all the placings, but today North and South ran third in Awapuni.
Yeah, and we thought she'd run really well. As it turned out, it was a small field, and they actually didn't go that fast in front, and her natural pattern is to get back. And so, because they didn't go that fast in front, when they got to the turn, the leads were able to kick away. And while she made ground for third, the pattern of the race was against her. So it was still a good run, and look, she's 2/3 of the last 2 starts, she's in good form, and we will now just decide whether we push on for a run in the listed race at OTAC at the end of the month, if the weather is going to stay wet, or we turn her out.
And we should get started this week. We've got 5 horses in 3 different countries, which is pretty cool. Very international week, and we will start off in Sydney, to be more specific in Canterbury Park, with No Return, who is running over 1900 metres, race 3 at 9:15 New Zealand time. Yes,
so fresh up, he won over 15.50. Second up, he had a terrible ride, ridden off the track the whole way. So he steps up in distance, which suits him better. The 900 metres is good. He's got barrier 4 from there. We should get a lovely run, I think, sort of 4th or 5th, with Rory Hutchings in the saddle, who can redeem himself from last race. He runs well at Canterbury as long as the track is good. He's got to be a nice each-way chance.
Nice one. And next up in Singapore, we have got Holy Grail running over 1100 metres, and this is on Friday, race 4 at 12:50 p.m.
Yes, so...
that would be a.m.
a.m. Yeah, so Holy Grail, he's... After you run, there's a shortage of initiation races, which are $65,000 races. and there's one for him this weekend. And while he's also looking for 1,400 metres and further, if we run him on this weekend, he'll get a rating. And when he gets a rating, because after you have 3 starts, we get a rating. With that rating, then that'll open up other races for us. And there's a nice 1,400 metre race about 9 days later for him. So it's a little bit of a means to an end in some ways to run him on Friday, because 1,100 metres is short of his best. And he has drawn barrier 11, which is wide on the poly track, which doesn't suit. In saying that, we do like him, think he's got a good future. So you never know. Look, we'll try and be positive, get him out of the barriers, try and get him handy. And look, I wouldn't be surprised if he ran better than anticipated, because he does have good ability.
Nice one.
There's a rough each way chance.
Thirdly, we've got Zanotti, who is running in Riccarton on Saturday. Race 8 over 2,000 metres. However, Zanotti is a doubtful starter and unlikely to run.
So she's 4th on the ballot. It's a $40,000 race, so it's a nice race, but she's 4th on the ballot. She needs 4 scratchings to gain a start, which is unlikely to happen. It's also, the track looks like it's going to be good. And look, on Wednesday it was rock hard. It was so firm. So she probably wants a little bit of cut in the track. So A, she's got to make the field, and B, we probably wouldn't run her if it was a good 3, because it'll just get hot, get drier and drier through the day. So we'd probably look to wait. So she's a doubtful starter. If she makes the field and it's a dead to slow track, then she's an each way chance.
Nice one. And 4th and 5th, we've got 2 horses in the same race. However, we will cover one first.
Yes.
And that one will be Black Sav. This is Sunday, Waverley, over 1,200 metres. And as I said before, we'll start with Black Sav.
Yes. So Black Sav, brilliant winner at her last start over 1,200 metres. So keep it at 1,200 again, because while we think she'll go further, we just like the speed on in the races, and she can just drop. And she can get her head down and chase, and that's how she seems to be learning. She's got barrier 9. She's probably likely to get reasonably well back in the field, and it is a front-running bias at Waverley. It's hard to come from the back. So it's a difficult little race for her. She's up in grade, but on ability she can win. So it's a really interesting little race for her. Love to see the track just dead 4-5. I think it'll be perfect for her. Dead 6 will be fine as well, but in the dead range. And look, we'll see what happens. She's going to have to be good to win on Sunday on that track. But if she does, we're really on target with her.
Mm-hmm. And the second horse we have running in that race is Charlestown.
Grand old campaigner. The problem, he was running last Sunday, but we scratched him because he drew barrier 11 of 11, fresh up, with 60 kilos. So because there's a race this week at Waverley, we scratched him last week. Now, he's drawn barrier 14 of 14 this week, so it's even worse. But we've got to get him started, and he's got 60 kilos. But we've got to get him started. So as long as the track is a dead 5 or better, he'll run. Timothy Johnson will ride him, claim 2 kilos off his back. And he's kind of a horse to go forward on. He'll probably end up being reasonably handy, I think, from that draw. So you either got to go forward or back. If the track's a dead 6 or worse, then he won't run. But given the condition, given the draw and things, it's probably just a kick-off race for him. I think he'll probably run well for a long way, but he might just get tired late with his big weight and fresh up. So it's really, it's just a kicking off point for him, and I think we'll get a better line on him in his subsequent next couple of runs.
Mm-hmm. And finally, we're going to go over Albert Bosner's 1,000 Guineas picks.
Yes, so no runner-by-runner preview this week, but just the selections. I'll talk a little bit about them. So the Group 1, 3-odd fillies, 1,000 guineas worth $300,000, if I said that, over a mile. Now, I think the best 3-year-old in the country is running this race, La Diosa. I think she'll win unless she's unlucky or has a bad ride. Rasha Kanina Apprentice rides her. Who's a good rider, but it does concern me. In a Group 1 race, I would have plumped for a senior jockey. But he's on her, and I think she's outstanding, and I just think she'll win. She's $2.80 now, and I think that's great money. So second, Astara. Not long odds. She's, I think, this equal second, third, fourth favourite, Astara. But she won the Soliloquy last start over 1,400 metres. As a 2-year-old, she's won a stakes race over a mile. All those things point to her running well. And Glass Slipper, who's a maidener, I've picked for third, but her last 2 runs have been second in the Group 3 Gold Trail Stakes and the Soliloquy Stakes, listed Soliloquy Stakes. So her form is good by an outstanding sign pin. So I have them clearly marked in that order. La Diosa, Astara, Glass Slipper, clearly in that order. And I just think La Diosa is fantastic. So they are my picks. Oh, and I've got to say, last week, 2000 Guineas preview, Ugo Foscolo, $9.50 it paid. Boom.
Boom, fist pump.
Boom.
Boom.
To follow the money.
It's weird to say.
Yeah.
Boom.
Now, next week is the Ready to Run sales, and so we may have Matt Walnut here as well to do this.
Okay.
With a bit of luck. We shall see.
We'll see next week.
Okay, thanks, Sophie.
See ya.